Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are reviewing something very special, unique and important to quite a lot of YouTubers. But before we start, be sure to like and support this channel if you're a tech geek. And I would like to give a few shout outs to people who always support and comment on my videos. We're talking about Sally, we're talking about Zigo, we're talking about Bliss, we're talking about Tino Sparks, we are talking about a whole bunch of other people, including D-Mobs and a whole bunch of Zimbabwean YouTubers. I mean, these guys are doing a great job from spreading the news from Cape to Cairo, from what you call it, Limpopo, and from that guy Trump to ED, but I'm sure they don't like talking about ED at times because they will ED you. But then anyway, getting on to today's business. Today we are talking about this thing. This is why we are here, guys. We are talking about this thing. I love this thing, and one of the reasons why I got this thing is because at some point in time I either ran out of data, or I didn't have a strong internet connection, or I was too slow to broadcast something, or basically my device went out because I was using my cellular data, which consumes a lot of power. That is why I got myself this little thing here. You can't always move with your home router everywhere you're going, but with this thing, you move with your router, you move with your Wi-Fi network. That is why we're doing this thing. Now, this thing is an A800 model, and it's very small. You guys can see, very small and portable. Now, the first thing that you will notice when you look at this thing is this thing. So this thing will probably mislead you to thinking it's a touch screen. This thing is not a touch screen. When you look at this thing, you're thinking, I can press this button and it will work, but it doesn't work like this. This is just a display. In actual fact, this just lights up either to blue, red, or green, or something like that. That's all it ever does, but it still does a good job. That is why we're reviewing it anyway. So this is the first look. This thing looks absolutely simple, absolutely unique, and it doesn't have too many features to confuse you. Now, there are 4 icons that you see here. The first one there is your battery icon. Now, the battery icon will change color. It's either blue or red. Now, when it's blue, it means it's charged or fully charged or charging. If it's blinking blue, it means it's charging. But if it's red, it means that, man, your thing is about to switch off. Now, this is the network one. Now, the network one will either indicate red or blue again. And when it's red, it simply means the logical, you better go down, man. This thing here indicates that your Wi-Fi is on or off, is it connected or not. And if it's indicating red, it means that you are on a sinking ship as well. Now that one, I am not sure, so I'm gonna find out just now. So hold. Anyway, frankly, I never use it, so I don't know. You figure out. When you figure out what that thing means, you tell me. Anyway, guys, the next thing that you understand is that it's got just one opening. This is the only opening, the only charger that is there, either for a USB connection or for your charger. That is the connection that you use, and that's the standard USB cable that we've been talking about over and over again in almost every video. The next thing that you see are these 2 buttons here. Can you guys see that? Right. So the one on top is a power button. The one on top is the mode in which you want your Wi-Fi to be in, either in WPS or WPS2, I guess. Now, those are the main features. And at the back, there is nothing really. They just want that, as you guys can see. And it's also made in what? This is a thing made in China, obviously, and they give you the key is there, the name of the Wi-Fi is there, the model is there, the name of the product is there, the certification of the product is also written on this thing right there at the behind there. So if you ever want someone's Wi-Fi on this thing, you look behind there, unless they changed it using their connection, then they will be clever. Now, anyway, how do you open this thing? Because this thing, you put a SIM card into it. That is the large SIM card, of course, not the nano or the micro. Now, how do you open this thing? Now, if you look at the corners of this thing, yeah, they're pretty smooth, except for this corner there. Right, you see there is a groove right there. So you gotta pop into that groove for you to open this thing. Now, let's try open it. So you get that, you get into that groove and you pop it open. And now you've got these 2 parts. So you've got your back lead and you've got your thing there, your Wi-Fi modem, pocket Wi-Fi there. Now the next thing that you want to do is you want to remove this battery. Now, as you can see, this battery, guys, it is a 2400A mAh battery, and it is a massive battery for a small thing like this. But then we would expect it because this thing kind of like carries a heavy load. I mean, you guys can literally connect up to more than 10 devices on this thing, and this thing will still give you speeds of over 100 megabytes per second. That's just how strong this thing is. So the big battery kind of like justifies the whole thing. So you want to pop in right there. That's where you pop in either your finger or something, and then you pull your battery like that. So now you've got your three parts. You've got the back cover, the battery, and this thing. Now, voila. That is all that is inside. Now, that is the SIM card there. So you put whatever SIM card you want in there. And of course, you have to load it with either data. It has to be prepaid or a once-off thing. I don't know how you subscribe your SIM cards, but then you put it in there and then you're done. So what else is there to talk about this thing except that this thing is light, and it always gets into my super little bag that I showed you guys the other time. So you put it back together and that's it. So now we're going to switch it on. To switch it on, of course, you need to press the power button. That is the one that is on top there. And when you switch it on, the first thing is that it's not lighting up because there is no power in it. So you want to take your USB cord. Wait a minute. You're gonna take your USB cord. This is the standard USB lead, and you're gonna plug it into that port over there and like that. Right. So when you connect it to your USB, it blinks like that. Now the next thing that you want to do is to power on. To power it on, you got to use that button here, the one that is on top there. So you're gonna long press on that, and it's gonna change color to purple, and you're just gonna wait for it. Be patient with it. The red means that the battery is not fully charged, and the blinking means that the battery is charging. So now that red one for the network means the network is not yet there. It has not yet been detected, but the device is on and it's searching for network. Now it means that the network is there and it is successfully connected to your network provider. Now the green the Wi-Fi there shows Wi-Fi thingy icon there means that your Wi-Fi is now active. So what I'm going to do is to try and connect and see what happens when I try and connect another device to see if there are any changes that happen to this thing, right guys? All right, so hold up. So when it starts blinking like that, it means there is a device that is connected. So yes, I connected one mobile phone to it and it starts blinking like that. So that is what it means. And that means there is a device that is connected. Now we know what that we use that for, eh? Great. That is for now. The next review will be coming up soon. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment to this channel if you're new, and share it if you're an old fella and an old colleague. Thank you guys. I'm out. It has got multiple antennas which make the transmission even way better, and it has got what they call a heat dissipation system that is inbuilt, which makes the whole heat dissipation process, whatever that process is, more efficient. It has got a high-tech chipset which makes it stronger and more durable and provides you a stable signal than you'd actually expect for something this small. See, the Wi-Fi signal and the strength and the power isn't easy at glance, but with it you can reach, you can limit the amount of traffic, that is coming in and out using your router. With it has also 2,400 mAh of battery for something that small, that it has to be just so massive. That thing is lacquer, guys. And the next thing that you want to know is that even though you're in the same home, multiple people can share the same Wi-Fi. It has got, a 4G hotspot with a SIM card slot, which I'm gonna show you guys later. And it has got two types, of 4G networks that is built in it, and they both have got speeds of over 150 megabytes per second. I mean, guys, just imagine transmitting at those speeds with such a small thing. That would be so cool and so unique. Now the next thing is that if your working time is more than 4 to 6 hours, of course this thing is going to run out of power because it is using a lot of energy, using a big battery. But then of course you'd expect it to charge maybe after 4 to 6 hours. Then maybe you can recharge it once or twice. But yeah, it does a great work there. But consider this: it has over 10 people connected to it. That is massive. Now, they have quite a lot of security modes that are there. It has got WEP, WPA, WPA2, WPE, WG, WSA, what, and a whole bunch of others. But then all I'm saying is this thing is unique, this thing is great. Now the size of this thing is that it's got about 10 centimeters by 6 centimeters by 1.6